Marjorie? I'll call the Tremont Planning Board meeting of Tuesday, April 12th to order at 6 p.m. Roll call, we have Beth Gott, we have Jeff Young, Brett Whitlam, Lawson Wilson, myself, Mark Good, CEO John Larson, and members of the public. Minutes. Approve the minutes of the site walk and the regular planning board meeting. I guess Brett and Jeff, you'll have to abstain because you weren't at the meetings. I'll take separate motions on both. I think the site visit ones look fine to me. Did anybody see anything they needed to correct? So I'll take a motion.
Well, my only amendment would be to change the title at the top of the page from agenda to minutes.
Well, yeah, I did notice
to make
that
it
too,
easier
yeah.
to figure out what we're looking at in our packets. And
Yeah, I don't know why that's on there. Do you, John? The other minutes had the same thing too. The header on the minutes says agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the site visit on March 22nd with the correction of the title from planning board agenda to planning board minutes.
Have a second?
I second.
Motion and second on the table to approve the minutes for the March 22nd site visit with the amendment of changing the title to planning board minutes. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay, 3-0. I keep forgetting that we don't have to say anything.
3-0 or 3-0?
Two. Yeah, 3-0-2. Yes, thank you.
They are here.
And the other one, of course, we have to correct that to minutes as well, but I did notice John wasn't here. I think she mistook the harbor master, Justin Seavey, for John Larson. And they look very much alike, if you've seen them, of course.
He's older than I am.
Yeah. So I think we need to add Justin Seavey, harbor master Justin Seavey, and I saw one other small detail. Maybe you folks saw others. At the last page on the motion to set the date for this meeting, Kelly is spelled wrong. It should be EY.
You should be an editor.
Goodness, yes.
You should be Mark.
Yeah, you should be Mark.
You are.
I have a great joke, but I will not say it here.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as amended with these 3 amendments.
State the amendments,
Yep.
please.
Changing the title from planning board agenda to planning board minutes. And in the roll call, paragraph 2, changing LPI John Larson to harbor master Justin Seavey. And in paragraph 12, changing the spelling of Harvey Kelly to
Kelley.
Kelley, which I guess means that we should also change it in the heading on the first page.
Yeah, that, okay.
There are 2 E's in it?
Didn't catch that
No,
one.
yeah.
It's yeah.
UI.
Great.
I'm looking for the name of the.
Yeah.
Where are
Sorry.
we?
Right, John? That's the way Kelly's around here is spelled. Okay. Do I have a second?
Yeah, second.
Motion second on the table to approve the regular planning board minutes of Tuesday, March 22nd as amended. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor? That's 3.
Abstain.
Nobody opposed and two abstaining. Okay, 302. Okay. Before we get to the Pointy Head Campground stuff, do any board members feel they have a conflict of interest or a bias that would enable them to consider this project properly? I didn't hear anything. Well, Jeff, it's my understanding that you signed the petitions from CTR. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Some town officials, as well as myself, are a little concerned that that might consist of bias. And especially for the one that would have made it changes to the ordinance retroactive to this project. And so we asked for a legal opinion from Maine Municipal Association Legal Services. And their conclusion was that they felt that you should recuse yourself from the pointy head thing. I can give you, and I'll pass out copies of the opinion here. There are two, yeah.
I'm just curious, Mark, was any concern raised by an applicant or anyone in the public? I'm just curious.
Not that I'm aware of, I don't know. But then again, might be saving that in your back pocket for any appeal. That's
No,
what
I'm
the
just
concern I have.
curious,
Yeah.
you know, I just heard about this too.
Do we have an opinion from the town attorney?
No.
Who raised the questions, Mark?
I did.
And who else?
I asked Jesse, and he suggested that I did it.
I do believe that as a resident of town, I should be able to participate in the democratic process of signing petitions. I don't believe it would bias me. For the purpose of tonight's meeting, I would recuse myself while I wait for an opinion from the town attorney for recuse myself any further.
You say you recuse yourself tonight while waiting for an opinion from the town attorney?
Yes.
I suppose we have to have a motion to get.
We could have a motion too. And of course, Jeff is, according to the planning board manual, cannot vote on this. So I'll make a motion for Jeff Young to recuse himself from participating as a board member in business involving the Pointy Head Campground due to apparent bias based on the opinion from Maine Municipal Association Legal Services. Do I have a second?
I'm not quite ready to vote, I haven't finished reading the email.
Is this public?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think,
We need a second before discussion. Sorry.
Can you say it again, please? Sorry.
Motion for Jeff Young to recuse himself from participating as a board member. He can participate as a member of the public.
Yeah.
In business involving the Pointy Head Campground due to apparent bias based on the opinion from Maine Municipal Association Legal Services.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, motion second on the table. Any discussion?
yeah, I think I heard Jeff say that he agrees to recuse himself.
Right.
So, I don't, and as I recall, the bias, I'm looking for it now, the bias and conflict language, I believe, the determination of whether, in the first instance, the determination of whether to recuse yourself is with the board member. I don't think it's an independent, like, I don't think, but maybe you're gonna correct me. But I do wonder whether if we need a motion where Jeff has already said, I recuse myself for the purposes of this meeting, we could just accept his recusal and then, but. Because
Waiting for an opinion from the town
well,
attorney.
because I'm being asked to vote. I'm just learning that Jeff, I sort of heard he maybe signed one. I didn't really pay much attention to it. I've heard he signed 2 petitions now. My reaction earlier, frankly, was, well, you know, just because you're on a board doesn't mean you can't vote. And you responded and said, you know, I know voting is maybe different than a petition, but I'm not prepared to conclude as a matter as a legal matter that Jeff is biased. So I can't, I think we need to look into it, but I think what Jeff has said is, I will recuse myself, so we don't need to make that determination. And then we can go to the town lawyer and see what they say, because you're asking by motion for this board to conclude that Jeff has a bias, and I don't know about that. I don't know.
We're asking based on the Maine Municipal Association opinion.
Yeah, the guy uses stuff like should, or, let me see here.
Apparent bias.
I mean, I'm not trying to be,
No, okay.
you know, I'm just trying
Well-
I
to,
want to do it right.
I just want to do it right. And I want to be fair, but I understand, Mark, I understand completely where you're coming from. But I think, Jeff, you've already agreed that for the purpose of tonight's meeting, you're willing to recuse
Yes.
on this
That's
one.
what I said, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can accept that. I think we could just accept that, and we wouldn't need to.
Right. When I
We would
recuse
need to
myself.
independently
Yeah. Right.
make a determination that Jeff has a bias for tonight. I'm just throwing it out there, because I'm not sure, I couldn't vote on that. I
Okay.
couldn't vote on that.
I'll withdraw my motion,
I'm sorry, but it's just,
but I'll make a new motion.
let's accept Jeff's offer to recuse for this evening, pending further, I mean, that's,
That would be my motion, yeah.
Yeah.
sorry.
Or somebody else why don't you make it then? Come on, you
Well,
make it then.
we gotta vote the second now, we gotta vote the thing down, right? I mean,
No, I withdrew it.
I withdrew, okay. So I will move that we, in light of the opinion from counsel for the Maine Municipal Association and the discussion we've had, that we accept for this evening Jeff's offer to recuse himself from the discussion of any matters involving Pointy Head, pending further review, which may or may not involve another legal opinion, and further discussion by the board. That's my motion.
Second.
Motion is second to table to You want to repeat that again?
Except Jeff.
Except Jess offered to recuse himself from business tonight involving Pointy Head until
Pending further
pending further discussion and
review
legal review by the town attorney and also,
and the board.
yeah, okay.
I'll second it.
Motion is second. We already had a second. Lawson seconded it.
Any further?
Okay, let's vote on that then. All in favor? Okay, 4-0. 1. Jeff's abstaining. Okay, 4-0-1. Okay. Okay. Well, as you know, we have a public hearing here on Pointy Head, although we're being asked to continue it until our next meeting because Ed Bear and other people from Pointy Head are not available.
What choice do we have? I mean, is there any deadline that we're missing or they're missing or anything like that? If we say okay? fine.
Doesn't, the only thing it does, several people showed up to give their opinion, they'll have to come back.
Yeah.
Can anybody speak tonight?
No, we don't have a public hearing going on.
It wouldn't make sense to open it if we're.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
wouldn't make sense.
No. And if we did that without them present, there could be due process concerns too, so we're not gonna do that.
No, I'd be inclined to move that we
Okay,
reschedule the hearing, I guess.
yep,
And, but, let's see, we've already public noticed, and so we should, like, do we have to
We gotta redo all that.
redo all that? Or do we open the public hearing tonight?
no, I've been advised not to do
All right,
that,
all right.
okay?
It's a
So we just, a motion,
But, so are we scheduling it for 2 weeks from now?
April 26th, 6 o'clock, right here.
And that's enough time for public notice?
They're complete.
Well, in that case.
I move that we not open the public hearing this evening in light of the submission from the applicant requesting a delay and schedule the public hearing in this matter for
April 26th?
April
April
26th,
26th.
6 o'clock, Harry
6
Carter,
o'clock in the Harvey Kelly room.
EY. Yep.
Second.
Motion and second to table to reschedule the public hearing until April 26th, 6 o'clock, in Harvey Kelly Meeting Room. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? 4-0. And, okay. Now, we have to look at the revision and to once again find the application complete. The only revision is moving of one cabin. John?
I would suggest, rather than going through the completeness for moving that cabin, that we wait until we get a reply from Hetedyne on that pier, because the plan may change again.
On the peer review.
Yes. I talked to Adeline,
Alina,
and I emailed her a copy of this, and she's gonna have me a new plan by Monday, next meeting. So you could review the new plan. And the pier.
okay, so we just don't take any action. That's easy enough. You folks did see, everybody did get a copy of the peer review?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, nothing else. I guess we can just motion to adjourn.
Do we need to set a meeting in addition?
Well, to the public hearing, yeah. Set date for the meeting, yeah.
I'll-
Following the public hearing.
I'll make a motion to set the date for our next meeting for April 26th, following the public hearing for Pointy Head in the Harvey Kelly room.
Second.
Motion second to table, set date for next meeting, April 26th, Harvey Kelly Room, following the public hearing. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? 4-0-1. Motion to adjourn at, say the time, 6:21.
So moved.
Motion to
Motion to
adjourn, okay, at
6:21.
6:21 PM, okay. Any discussion? Or do I have a second, actually?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay. The reason we do the time now is because she does the minutes from the video, and she doesn't know when we actually adjourn.
Got it. Thanks, Kate. Still watching.
She's not watching now.
We had a meeting this short.
I don't either. I feel like there've been some other, like, fits and starts meetings, but yeah. Do you know any real estate employers, Brett?
Mike Ross.
There you go. Michael Ross.
He's basically just land, that's who he
Yeah.
is.
Right next to where Dolly used to.
Something that's like not
okay, sure.
before us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.